Thank you, Mr. Speaker, to the bill. That anecdotal story is touching, but the fact is that we're dealing with somebody who had the ability to find out what their pension was going to be long before they decided they wanted to retire. I'm looking at a fiscal note. I'm looking at a fiscal note from COGFA, and while the sponsor of the bill is correct in saying that the actuary for the pension plan treats everybody as full-time, so therefore it's not going to add to the liability under, the accrued liability of the thing. I'd like to read something that's from this fiscal note. The system's actuary does not recognize the actuarial liabilities associated with part-time and assumes all employees are full-time. Okay, that's fine. So for the purposes of their actuarial calculation, for the purposes of determining whether or not the funding is adequate to not reduce the amount of or reduce the funding ratio, one thing that wasn't mentioned by the sponsor of the bill is the following statement, which is in the fiscal note. SURS, State University Retirement System, claims more assets will be necessary to pay estimated benefits due to the new accrual schedule and the elimination of the part-time adjustment. This is, in fact, an increase. The amount by which payouts will increase as a result of these changes has not been provided by the State University Retirement System. Here's what's happening. Under the current law, you have to work 15 days to be considered eligible for that month's credit. What this bill does is says if you work any time at all and contribute any amount of money to the plan, that for purposes of calculating your pension makes you eligible for that full month of accrual. You haven't paid in but one day maybe, but you're eligible for the entire month. Hence the statement by COGFA that more assets will be necessary in order to pay out those benefits. This is an increase in cost. So I ask you, even though the notes have been ruled inapplicable because of some statement that, I don't know what it is that we were being accused of here, but the fiscal note that was issued states right very plainly that more assets are going to be needed in order to pay these benefits. So even though the rules have been ruled inapplicable, here's a fiscal note that says just the opposite. Just the opposite. It's going to take more money to pay these benefits. Vote no.